versions of TV23's internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
And a good Wednesday to everybody. You know what it is, March 9th, 2016. Welcome to High Plains Today right here on TV23. On today's show, I'll be joined by Della Brandenberger. She is with Western Kansas Broadcast Center this weekend. They have a Better Home and Better Living show coming up in Garden City at the fairgrounds. We're going to talk about all the stuff that's happening with that. In the meantime, let's take a look at happenings out there. Well, this morning at approximately 1:28 a.m., officers of the Garden City Police Department were dispatched to the 500 block of Ing Street for a reported shooting that had occurred. Now, when officers arrived on the scene, the investigation revealed an unknown person fired one round into the front window of the residence. The bullet entered the window and struck an interior wall. Now, there were two adults inside the residence at the time. There were no injuries. And yesterday at approximately 7:51 a.m., officers of the Garden City Police Department were dispatched to the 700 block of Sarah for a reported aggravated burglary in progress. Now, as officers were en route to the scene, the victim advised 911 dispatchers that the suspect fled the residence on foot south on Sarah Street and then east towards Victor Ornelius Elementary School. The victim advised officers that the suspect may possibly be armed with a handgun. Officers of the Garden City Police Department, Finney County Sheriff's Office, and the Kansas Highway Patrol responded to the area and established a perimeter, while police canines were used to track the suspect. Now, Victor Ornelius Elementary School and the Charles O. Stones Intermediate Center were notified and initiated a lockdown. As officers were checking the area, they were notified of a subject hiding in the basement of a home under construction in the 400 block of Susan Street. The suspect, 27-year-old Alfonso Morales, was arrested and taken into custody. And Guyman firefighters were called to 802 North Ellison Monday afternoon at about 3:20 p.m. to a reported structure fire. Now, upon arriving, units found smoke coming from a large evaporative cooler on the roof of the home. Firefighters quickly gained entry into the home and atop the roof to the further source of the fire. Now, firefighters found the source of the fire to be from the evaporative cooler, which the roof in which a water pump mechanically failed, burned the plastic housing around the pump, then burned the highly combustible filters on the outside portions of the cooler. Smoke did enter the home from the rooftop cooler with no extension of the fire found inside the home. Now, estimated damage is at about $3,000. And Hutchinson High School staff members were intended to be the first victims of two underclassmen at the Hutchinson High, according to Hutchinson Police Captain Troy Hoover. The Hutchinson Police Department has two high school students, 15-year-old Carson Cabral and 14-year-old Alex Marroquin, both of Hutch, in custody on allegations of conspiracy to commit capital murder. Hoover said a student came forth and informed Hutchinson High School administration of the alleged plot. High school then contacted police. And Monday, the Seward County Commissioners voted unanimously to pass a resolution to authorize the issuance of general obligation hospital refunding bonds. The purpose of the bonds would be to refund a portion of the county's general obligation hospital refunding bonds from 2010 and authorize approving certain documents and actions in connection with the issuance of the bonds. In 2010, work began on renovation of Southwest Medical Center after local voters chose to pass a bond project. Seward County issued several series of general obligation bonds on behalf of the hospital's Board of Trustees in the original principal amount of nearly $17.7 million, and just more than $15.5 million remains outstanding. And a Kansas Senate committee has delayed its debate on a bill expanding the legal grounds for impeaching and removing judges and state Supreme Court justices from office. Chairman Jeff King postponed the Judiciary Committee's scheduled debate yesterday until tomorrow so that it can consider amendments. Now, lawmakers are considering the bill after many Republicans have criticized the Supreme Court over school funding and death penalty rulings. Kansas is at the center of efforts by conservatives to remake state courts. The bill's list of impeachable offenses would include attempting to usurp the power of legislators or the executive branch. The Kansas Constitution says public officials can be impeached for bribery, treason, and other high crimes and misdemeanors. Now, the bill provides a longer list of specific grounds for impeachment for the judiciary. And that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening out there. I'm going to work on my dentures, see if I can pronounce stuff right. Hey, there's some rain maybe in the forecast coming up.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here, 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 and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back. Man, it's a nice looking day out there as we look off to the northeast on the TV23 tower cam. Few high clouds way out there, but it's mostly sunny out and there's not much wind. Look at that, looking at the reading, 60 degrees already. Relative humidity, 41, not too bad. Winds are out of the east-southeast at 7. That means there's not much wind at all. Barometric pressure is holding steady. As we look at the temperatures around the region, look at that. Everybody already in the 60s and upper 50s. It's going to be a nice day today. Dew points fairly low. Everybody in the 30s and 40s. As we look at the current wind speeds around the area, you can tell everybody's having a really nice day. Look at that. Nothing in Garden City. My producer Brian asked me, is there much wind out there or is Garden City broken? No, it's really zero. Look at that. Everybody else dodge 4 miles an hour in variables. So wind's not much of a factor today, not like they have been the last few days. Looking at our highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport, we did get to 60 degrees yesterday, 79 back in 1977. Our low overnight was 30 degrees, 2 back in 1996. Look at this. This is the thing that gets you, though. No new precipitation in the bucket. All right, looking at today, 65 for our high. Winds are only going to be out of the southeast at 9 miles an hour. 33 our overnight low. It's going to be clear tonight. Winds are going to be out of the east. About 8 miles an hour after midnight, switching around to the north-northwest. And then tomorrow, another nice sunshiny day. 68 degrees. Winds will be out of the north at 13. And then tomorrow night, our low will be 34 degrees. It'll be clear. Winds out of the north-northeast at 10, switching around to the south well after midnight. Now, as we look at our 7-day, look at that. We got 60s all the way up. Look at this. That is precipitation on Saturday. We do have a 20% chance. Now, if you start about a line, as you get to Dodge City and start going east, the chance of precipitation increases. We got about a 20-30% chance. but it increases the further east you go. So let's hope we get some of that on Saturday. Other than that, we're looking at rocketing into the 70s most of next week. So, and our lows are going to be up into the 40s. Taking a look at our storm spotter training tonight in Hayes. They'll be at the Sternberg Museum. Tomorrow night at the Fairgrounds in Pawnee. On Monday, starting out the week, they'll be in Dighton at the courthouse, and then on Tuesday at the library in Lakin. There are 2 next week in Finney County at the Fairgrounds, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m., and then next 30 at the EMT station in Meade. That's a look at our weather. The markets and Delic coming up next.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Hiya, welcome back. I'm now joined by Della Brandenberger. She is with the Western Kansas Broadcast Center, Garden City, America.
Yes.
Good to see you today.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by. Okay, now you guys have coming up this weekend the 41st, not the first, not the 40th, the 41st Better Home and Better Living Show.
Yes, we do.
And it's going to be at the Finney County Fairgrounds, right?
Yes.
In the Ag building.
Yes.
You guys have been doing this this is your 41st time doing this.
Yes, it is, but it's our first time to have a guest speaker like we're going to have this time.
Yeah, that's kind of a new deal for you, isn't it?
Yes, it's exciting. Someone from HGTV. Everybody watches HGTV.
I watch it. There's a few shows on there I watch. I go, oh, what are they doing? And then I always watch it and I go, how do they do that?
Yeah.
I'm that guy who goes, you can't do that. That's me.
Meg's going to teach us this week.
Yeah, you have Meg Caswell coming.
Yes.
And she now, how did she get her start on HGTV?
She is the Design Star 6 winner. And then after they win, they have their show for like 18 episodes. And her show was Meg's Great Rooms. And she was an interior designer and went on the show, won, and it has changed her life. She's got a she does interior design. She has a shop in Chicago. She just opened one in Wilmington, North Carolina. So she's expanding and going back and forth. But she's going to be there Saturday and Sunday. And on Saturday, she's going to do some DIY projects and talk about what it's like to be on HGTV. She's going to do that at 11 and at 2.
Okay.
And then again on 1:30 on Sunday.
All right, so she's actually going to tell us what goes on behind the scenes when they're shooting all that. And I'm sure they don't get all that in the first take.
No.
I'm sure they don't.
No.
Okay. So she's going to be, now, I'm guessing with Great Rooms. Now, that's probably her forte, I'm guessing.
Yes.
All right. So, is she going to be doing big stuff, little stuff?
She's going to do some little projects. We're looking at doing a bigger project that somebody will take home, but if you get it too big, it'll be difficult to take home.
That's true.
But she'll be doing some small ones. We'll be talking about what it's like to be an interior designer, where she came from, and how she got into interior design. She's just a all-around kind of gal and very nice, bubbly. I've talked to her several times, and flying into Garden City is an experience for her because
I was going to say, has she ever been to this part of the world before?
No.
From Chicago and North Carolina, Meg, you're in for a rude awakening. But it's a good rude awakening.
Yes.
It is.
This is a great place to visit.
She should have fun. That should be a good deal because, you're right there in Garden City, and there's a lot of things going on, and there'll be a lot of people, I'm guessing.
Yes,
right?
We're hoping for a lot. We're planning on a lot. We're going to also be giving away tickets to go to the Kansas City show the following weekend to see Chip and Joanna Gaines, who everybody loves from Fixer Upper also, and a couple nights stay and it's reserved seating. And it's very small.
Because that one you said was limited as to how many people could actually see the Gaines, speak about or do whatever it is they're going to do. So there's a limited number.
And this is the only show they will do because I did call to see if I could get them, and I couldn't.
Really?
No.
Well, they're too busy. They're too busy in Waco doing fixer-uppers.
You're exactly right.
Is that what they said?
Yes, they're too busy. And they don't do shows, and so Kansas City is the only show they really do.
Okay, so this could be your one chance to go see Chip and Joanna Gaines after you see Meg Caswell.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you register to see Chip and Joanna Gaines in Kansas City?
We have
What's all involved
boxes
there?
in different places right now in Garden City, Dodge City, Scott City. And then also you'll be able to register at the home show. So if you
Okay.
come to the home show, we will be also drawing there at the home show. And we have two pairs of tickets. So you can take a friend, or if you really want to, you can take your husband or significant other and or a friend and go see the home show and have a good time in Kansas City. So you've got 2 great weekends of learning all about HGTV, doing DIY projects, interior design. Plus, we'll have so many booths with everything from facials to carpet.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because you said you have like 70-some vendors that are going to be inside the building up there.
Yes.
So there'll be a lot to see.
Yes, there's lots to see. We have a kids' corner. There'll be face painting for the kids. So there's things to do for the children. And it is free. We ask that somebody, if you do attend, maybe bring a can of food for the Salvation Army. That's the only thing we ask. But it is free.
You can't beat that deal.
No.
If you don't want to bring anything, we're going to make you feel guilty, but you should bring something to give to the Salvation Army, right?
Yes.
We'll put that guilt trip on them out there so they'll feel you should bring something. You don't have to, but you should.
Yes.
So that's pretty cheap price of admission.
Yes, and
there's plenty of parking out there.
Yes, and the DIY projects she's going to make, we're going to give away also.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, so she's not going to be like redoing the mantle on a fireplace or something like that.
Can't quite do that, but she's going to do some fun spring things, and we're working on doing something with some pallets because, everybody's into pallets, and what can you make next with a pallet?
Why is that? You see those is that the new rage in DIY stuff?
Yes.
Or DIY, do it yourself? That's the new rage, is doing pallets.
It's inexpensive.
You can go pick them up. Some people will give them to you for free. Say,
yeah.
Do you want these pallets? Take them.
Yes. You're exactly right. And so that's one of the projects we're working on. And so there'll be lots of fun things to do. And, come to Garden City and have a good time.
So what are the hours for the show?
The hours on Saturday are from 10 to 6.
Okay.
10 in the morning to 6 in the evening. And then on Sunday from noon to 5.
So there's a lot of time to get out there.
Yes.
If you're going to do this pallet thing, I'm just thinking, next time I come to Garden City and I see all these, you drive by all these homes and businesses and stuff, and there'll be all kinds of pallets painted and built and all this stuff. I'll go, those people evidently went to the home show.
Yes. Well, you see some of that now, but we're going to expand on it a little bit.
Okay.
And, there's a lot of people that have them already and do flags, the American flag on it, or they'll do a holiday scene on it or something. So pallets are just huge. And so we're really excited about having Meg, Chip and Joanna tickets. We're just HGTV in it and having a good time this weekend.
And it doesn't cost you anything.
No.
Except if you don't have to, but you should bring some canned goods for the Salvation Army.
Yes.
That's not a good cause either, right?
Right.
Yella, this sounds like pallets. I want to see. I'd be interested to see what you guys post about your pallet deal. I hope you have a good time.
It's going to be a fun
Meg
project.
and all the vendors and everything, you guys got a big deal going on. That sounds like a fun time.
Yes, it is.
All right. Della, thanks for coming by today.
Thank you.
This is fun. I hope you have a good time with Meg.
I will.
Get all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
I absolutely will.
All right. Thanks, Della.
Thank you.
Stick around. I'll be back with more after this.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Something I feel when I'm right here, something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
And welcome back. Better Home, Better Living show, Garden City, this weekend, so don't complain you don't have anything to do. Hey, the Big 12 tournament begins tonight with 8-seeded Kansas State, and they play number 9-seeded Oklahoma State, and the 7th-seeded Texas Tech Red Raiders, they'll play number 10 TCU. But it really gets going tomorrow when each of the 4 quarterfinal matchups will feature at least one team ranked in the top 25. Already set are 6th-ranked Oklahoma against 21 Iowa State, and number 22 Baylor against number 23 Texas, while top-ranked Kansas and number 9 West Virginia await the winners in the opening round from tonight. And Kansas men's basketball coach Bill Self garnered his second national accolade of the 15-16 season when USA Today named him the National Coach of the Year Tuesday. Now, Bleacher Report also named Self National Coach of the Year, and the following day he was named the Associated Press Big 12 Coach of the Year for the 5th time by the AP in his 13 seasons at Kansas. Not too bad. You can't beat that. Bill Self, good guy. I think they should keep him. Anyway, let's take a last look at our weather before we get out of here. Hey, it's 60 degrees outside. Relative humidity about the same when we did the forecast, 44%. Winds are out of the southeast at 4. Barometric pressure is now falling. We're looking at 68 for the high tomorrow, 66 going into the weekend. There's a 20% chance of rain on Saturday. That increases the further east you go in the viewing area, but roll into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we're looking into the mid-70s. Go out and make it a great Wednesday, everybody. Hey, Adam Jewell, we're going to talk about movie stuff tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV. Life's a little different here in Southwest Kansas. We do things our own way with a can-do spirit and strong family values, which means we treat people right, and we want the best value for our dollar. The same is true about United Wireless. We aren't like the national brands. We treat our customers like family. We provide excellent service and simple, easy-to-understand plans that will save you money. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands? My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.